play Call of Duty, how they
You got
got
that
like
verse.
army
That
trucks.
verse still.
Revelation 11.
18, yeah. Read that again.
So that's Egypt.
Read that again. It's like.
This is back to Revelations 11 and 8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified."
Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Like I said, Egypt, you look everywhere as a trap for us. It's a trap. Everything's set up really to snare us. You know what I'm saying? This is our bondage. We were literally brought over on slave ships and sold on auction blocks, and there still hasn't been any type of reparation. Even the Native American Indians, those are our brothers. They've been pushed into these reservation camps and so-called got these benefits, but you go to those reservation camps, that's like a ghetto. It's one of the worst parts. The only fun that they have is drinking alcohol, and that's really just to drown out all the stress that they go through. Nobody cares about them. They went through the same depression that we went through, so much that they had what they call quantum tests, where they'll actually take levels of your blood, quantum levels from your blood, to figure out how full so-called Native American are you. So you got to be 3/4 and 4/4 to be qualified for these so-called benefits. So you could actually be a Native American Indian where your fathers was part of the destruction that was over here. But the white man will tell you, according to your blood, that you're not, so you can't get these benefits. That's oppression. You know, just like we couldn't do things because of who we are. You know, down here you got the Dred Scott. You know the Dred Scott court right there? Right there across, you see it, right across this park right here. The courthouse apart from that, the Dred Scott court case. What that was a so-called black man, which are the real Jews, by the way. He was trying to buy back his freedom because there was, he tried to buy back his freedom because of the history, like he was living in a free land for so long that it happened in that courthouse, right? And long story short, the judge decided that you can't claim yourself free because you are property, you know. And that was in the 1800s. That was late 1800s. That's why it's called the Dred Scott court decision, because they told this man, so-called black man, he was his own defense lawyer and all that. They said at the end of the day, you can't file to be free because you're just property. So it was only up until like the 1900s where our people was considered as a person. That's slavery. So they say you're a property, so property, you belong to somebody, you're not free. That's bondage. This is the type of slavery that our people went through. So spiritually, this is Egypt, even though it's not called Egypt. And it says spiritually, Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, that goes without speaking. Sodomites, homosexuals, and transgenders. Without speaking, okay? They push that like it's normal. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? This is that place that the Most High is angry with. That World War III is going to happen. And the main destruction that's going to happen is over here in America. Other places going to get hit, but the Most High is really angry at this place because his chosen people are here. The oppression we went through with slavery, the slaughter of Native American Indians, and the things that still happen to this day. Exactly.
So it's like
All that. And the Most High is going to send the sun back. That's why we the ones that need slavery. What do they need slavery from? This is they got it made, man. You know, they look the best like they. That's why America's so proud. There's never been. Exactly. And what do we get out of it? We get nothing. They just say, you work hard, and then maybe you'll be able to get to this point.
But they didn't work hard.
Exactly.
Shit, we've been working hard, what, 400 years? Where it got us?
right back here, still step on and keep pushed down.
Exactly.
And they still haven't had a so-called black president. But they say if you work hard, you probably can get president. Barack Obama is not one of us. Your nationality is determined by your father. He's a so-called African. But they put him up there to try to appease our people, to try to say, hey, look, we gave you something. But that never happened. You know? So this is our slavery right here. This is why we need salvation. We the ones that need deliverance. And us waking up to who we are, that terrifies the enemy because they work so hard to ensure that we never got to this point.
Right.
As long as we're in the ghettos, killing each other, shooting each other, we're doing what they want us to do. Their greatest fear is our people standing together, you can say in unity, which is really not going to happen in this time, but claiming who we are, which we are this place. Okay?
Hey bro, and Barack Obama is not our people too. Yeah, he come from a man named Ham. You familiar? Yeah, you familiar with the flood story, right? So Noah had 3 sons. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. We come out of Shem. He come from Ham. Yeah.
I like. I had done all my college school right here, right over here from my father. Like, I know his dad was Nigerian. But
Now you do got some of our people that's in Africa now, but like it's a distinction between the two. You know, like a real African, because Africans sold us over here to slavery. You know, like the real Hamites. Yeah. Yeah, like Hamites sold Israelites into slavery. So like you have it. Yeah.
That's why it was called the slave trade.
Right. Slave trade. Who was the buyer? White people, right? Who was the seller?
see, I thought they were just like pulling up girls and then we were getting finesse and all this. They already had like weapons or something like that. So like tomorrow.
They wouldn't have been able to just overtake us like that. It was they had it was Africans that sold us. And really you gotta do history on that. You got that Babylon. But yes, it was so they always say, why don't you go back to Africa or whatever. That's because that's where we were found, right? But where were we before Africa? We were in Israel. Okay? I'm gonna read why we got there. But those people, everybody on the planet comes from Noah and his sons. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay? When you read the scriptures, it tell you that Abraham and Isaac, Jacob, King David, all those people, they come from Shem's lineage. That's the chosen lineage. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they're still on the planet Earth, but they're not the chosen lineage. Ham in particular are the so-called Africans. You got it?
Okay.
So this is a Bible dictionary. I'm going to read Ham.
Definition of Ham out of the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary says Ham, perhaps hot or Ham. The youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became a progenitor of the dark races.
So, dark races. Because they'll say, well, wait a minute, you look like them. Just because we look the same, we got woolly hair or whatever, that don't make us the same.
Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and the Canaanites.
So he's the father of them. And they'll tell you that they come from him. Right? So what they'll try to say is, okay, well, I'll call you African, right? Not African. What separates us, the so-called Africans, is our spirit. That's why we don't do the things they do. The things they do is ridiculous. I don't know if you know any of the things they do. But they do a lot of basement, heathenistic things. Okay? They put plates in their mouth. They extend their necks.
Yeah.
They play in cow shit. They think that's good luck.
And piss.
And they bathe their heads. They bathe themselves in cow piss. They say that's good luck.
That's actually.
They very blind after the cow piss can get going in. Also, it's like
Yes.
They to punish their daughters, they'll actually take their breasts away. You know what I'm saying? That's cruel. So what separates us from them, what separates us from them is our spirit. And they know we're not us, because that's why when they come over here and set up shop, they ever say, let's work together with the people. In fact, they have a word that they call us over there, which is icotton, which means cotton picker. You're an American cotton picker, you're not like us. That's why there's no unity with us. When them Libyans, Ethiopians, do they ever stop to make business with us? Do they ever work deals out with us? No. They just come over here, reap the benefits of our slavery, and they go back to their land. And they'll tell you, like, we ain't really out. But the thing is, they do it right because they're not one of us. They're not our people. Our people are Latinos, Native Americans, and so-called black people. They, just because we look the same, they don't mean we're the same. That's why they do their thing and we do their thing. And if there's one thing that they always hate, we was talking about this, they want to make sure that their daughters, they don't get married up with a family. They'll say, oh, hell no, you ain't getting one of them. You're going to get, they don't let them get with a cracker before they get with their own people. Because they know we're different. Our people love them, like, take their women and stuff and have the women married and stuff, but we're different. You know? So Ham is the people that sold us into slavery. And in fact, I'll read this because it tells you that there was an Atlantic slave trade. The reason they call us Africans, because they'll try to say that we came from Africa, but that's where we were found. And if you go before that, there was something known as 70 AD, or also known as 70 AD is also known as the Besiege of Jerusalem. And what happened was the Roman soldiers, which is AKA the so-called white people, when they besieged Jerusalem, our people fled into Africa, right? We fled there, and then over the process of time, the Atlantic slave trade came about where so-called white men pretty much said, hey, you know all those Jews that fled there, go round them up, and we'll ship them over here as slaves. That's why there was a deal. They showed human slaves for musket guns and other items. Wine and stuff like that. They show you that they know we're not the same. So I got it's a history book. It's a history book from it's called From Babylon to Timbuktu by Robert Windsor, so-called Black Men. Rudolph. He says on page 84 it says, in the year of 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it is estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery, the slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. So that's how we got there. It's like I said before, real Jews are the so-called Negroes. Jew is short for Judah, which was Jacob's fourth-born son. He's the father of the so-called Negroes. That's why it says that the Jews fled to Africa, because it was really us that was enslaved. Those imposters over there, they're not the real Jews. All right, they're Edomites, they're hypocrites, they're liars, homosexuals, they're wicked. We fled into Africa, fleeing Roman persecution. We multiplied, and over a process of time, the Atlantic slave trade happened. That's how they rounded us up. It was a deal. But they didn't get all of us. They didn't get like 100%. They got the bulk of us. So you still got Israelites in western and northern part of Africa, mainly like Ghana, Nigeria. So just because you may say, oh, I'm Nigerian, you can still be an Israelite. You got to know the history. We're really scattered on all four corners of the earth. That's according to the scriptures. So we can't say, if somebody comes up, oh, I'm from Africa, oh, you ain't one of our people and all that other stuff. No, because you still got Israelites over there in Ghana, in Nigeria, and other northern parts. And they'll tell you, I'm an Israelite.
Can I ask you a question? Hey, do you got Nigerian roots or something? Okay, you from America?
Yeah,
I thought I heard you mention
was an Israelite. Who is an Israelite? So that's like manufactured there.
Oh, I thought I heard you mention something about Nigeria.
Yeah.
No, I was sort of Nigeria.
I think he was asking a question.
Oh.
But
I'm from like I'm someone aware of the Israelite faith, but like not really in depth like that. I got if I was saying to be a kind of
You got that cool.
go to like recommend. I look at. I know. I have to. That's kind of like sitting there trying to sell too much.
Okay, yeah, well, you just want to get you a King James Bible. There are different versions. When I say versions, I mean it's all the same. But this right here, this is King James version, but this is the 16th. You got the Apocrypha. Yeah. So what it is this version here is one of the original ones translated. It has a book in there known as the Apocrypha. Right? It comes before the New Testament. this book was taken out, right, by the Edomites, the devil, because it's a lot of wisdom in it. And because it clearly distinguishes that the Most High loves certain people. And it actually has history from Alexander the Great to the Greeks, all the way up until Herod, the other Roman soldiers. It's actually in it. So you can actually physically tell who all the Israelites are. So they took it out. Which is spiritual anyway, because the word apocrypha literally means to be sent away hidden. So it just fulfilled its purpose. So you can either get a 1611 with the Old and New Testament as well as the apocrypha, or you can get the King James Version and buy this separate. But either way, it's all connected. And then there's history books that we're going to, like we read some history books. But otherwise, I would do the 1611. A lot of the bookstores got it, maybe like $25 or something. But if not, you can just buy a King James Version and get the apocrypha separate. That's number one. Correct. And I'm gonna tell you, this is the Most High is at work. Because according to this man tried very hard to keep this knowledge out of our hands for hundreds of years. The reason we have it now and we have understanding, because the Bible is the #1 book in the world. Everybody got one. It's just collected dust on the shelf. We had Christian pastors around, which really that comes from slavery as well, for hundreds of years. There's like 4 churches on every block. But why is it that this information wasn't taught? Because the Most High wasn't dealing with it, and they're paid off. Now, the Heavenly Father, starting with our elders, we got elders, right? Men that's been doing this for 30+ years. They got elders. The truth started coming out in the 70s. During the 70s, that's when the Most High put his spirit down there and said, okay, now